At the moment, no, I'm here to cultivate the strategy right now, so it's still a work in progress. I think the most important thing that I want to say is to stabilize the dealer network, and then we'll work on a marketing plan and a strategic plan for next year. Obviously, the product is good. As I mentioned, we're going to reinforce racing. We're going to reinforce our communications to the dealers to, let's say, regain the confidence of the dealer network. And then we'll work on some strategic marketing to increase consumer awareness. And I'm entering KTM Japan with Mr. Shano after, let's say, some turbulent times inside of the company. So what I think is needed is to instill confidence in our customers. Our customers are the dealers. So what I learned in the United States is the dealers needed clear leadership, and they needed to understand that there's light at the end of the tunnel, that the manufacturer, the distributor is here to help the dealer. It was very tough financial times, and I think I can draw some parallelisms between what I learned in the United States and what is needed here. Mainly confidence and clear communications to start. Unfortunately, in many motorcycle dealership relationships within our competitors, the relationship between the manufacturer and the dealer is adversarial, and I have a different approach that it doesn't need to be adversarial. It's more of a partnership, it's more of a marriage, and the sooner that the dealers understand that it doesn't need to be adversarial, that we're in it together, I think will be one of the keys to our strength, our success. And when there's an external force that happens, we're all in the same boat together. So I had to go to Austria and negotiate some extra monies and funds to help the inventory problem sort itself out. We can't dispose of motorcycles stacked up in warehouses, so we had to do discounts and programs and special assistance for dealers from a carrying cost, floor plan, extended terms, so they could maintain their business and stay in business and not go out of business. One of the abilities to instill confidence in a dealer is, because I come from a dealership background, albeit 25 years ago, I've sat in the same chair as the dealer. I understand the challenges that the dealer faces. So when I sit across the table from a dealer and I can speak about the problems about inventory, about management of staff, about advertising, about marketing, about consumer behavior, about customer service, about the workshop, I can relate to the dealer, and the dealer instantly recognizes that I understand what he's going through. So it's a matter of, when you meet somebody, you gain trust because you've walked a mile in their shoes before. I believe my job as the new CEO in KTM Japan is to re-emphasize and reiterate what everybody's role is in the big picture of the scenario of the company. What is the brand? What is KTM's responsibility? What is the dealer's responsibility? Of course, it's our responsibility as the ambassadors of the brand to bring the product. We're already doing this from R&D, the great product that we're bringing, all our racing efforts worldwide, from the Supercross, motocross efforts that we have with Roger DeCoster and Ryan Dungey in the United States to our new MotoGP program. Specifically speaking about KTM Japan, I believe it's important to emphasize to the dealers what is our role as the distributor, importer of KTM in Japan. I break it down very simply to the dealers and say our job is to do three things, very simple: to deliver the right motorcycle at the right price at the right time, in addition to managing all the other aspects of the brand, from corporate identity, managing the strategic marketing, tactical marketing, and social media. Then at the same time, understanding that we distribute our product through a dealer network, so a dealer has also a certain responsibility in this food chain, if you will, to make this whole project come full circle. So the consumer has a very positive experience from whether he's dreaming about a motorcycle, looking it up on the website, to the time he goes into the dealership to do a test ride, until finally he purchases the motorcycle, all the way to buying parts and apparel. Most importantly, I need to listen, and it's too early for me to give you an answer because I haven't got the feedback yet from the dealers. I think what I want to communicate when I visit the dealers is our message is maybe we've been lacking on clear communication and vision and long-term strategy. A dealer has to plan his business down the road. He needs to understand where we are going. It's my responsibility to work together with Austria, and Mr. Shano is the chairman, to deliver a clear vision and strategy. You know, a 1 to 3 year plan, a short-term, medium-term plan, even to a 5-year plan. And then the dealer can plan his business better. At the same time, I'm going to introduce, we need a mission statement. What is our mission statement of KTM Japan? We want to become the most sought-after brand from a dealer point of view. Dealers want to do business with us. Why? Why do they want to do business with us? Because we have superior product. We're nice people, not just nice people to have a coffee with, but we're knowledgeable people, we're professional people, and we're easy to do business with. People want to do business where it's easy. Dealers got into the business of selling motorcycles because it's their passion, because it's their hobby. The same reason I did, the same reason probably all of us in this room, because we love motorcycles. We've turned it into our career. Typically, most dealers are not trained as high-level business people. It's our job and responsibilities as stewards of the brand is to help them run their business as well. From an accounting point of view, to help them be more financially stable by offering good programs, good terms, and again, going back to doing business, being easy to do business with. This means getting accessories and apparel in the dealership at the right time, eliminating back orders, so the consumer has a good buying experience from A to Z. Of course, we all want to sell more. I'm not prepared to say we're going to sell X% more. Of course, I have pressure. Mr. Shano and I share the pressure from Austria to sell more, because this is the way we make revenue, so we can reinvest it from an R&D and a racing point of view. But our job is to manage balanced growth. So what I want to say is I would rather work on profitability for the dealers. If the dealers are profitable, they can reinvest in advertising, marketing, showroom improvements, workshop training, etc., etc. If the dealers are profitable, we in turn will be more profitable. So it's my job as the CEO to balance growth. Our job as KTM Japan is to help our business partners be profitable. Another one of my responsibilities that I want to bring back to the company, inside as well as outside to the dealers and to the consumers, is just one word: fun. I want to bring back fun to the business. We need to be having fun in here. The dealers need to start to have more fun. We got into this business, as I mentioned when we started this interview, because of passion. Of course, we do it for money. It's our livelihood and our income. It's fun. And I believe that if the consumers feel that we are having fun as a company, the dealers feel this, then everything else will follow, success will follow. And I think this is what differentiates us from maybe some of the Japanese brands, and for sure some of the other European brands. It's more of a business, it's less passionate, it's more about numbers and figures, which it is to a point, but fun. All the events are designed to make people want to engage with a motorcycle, so they tell their friends. The guy doesn't usually buy a motorcycle unless maybe his friend influenced them so they can do it together. Motorcycling is a sport that attracts people like that. Consumer buying behaviors have been changing and evolving over the past 5 or 10 years. Consumers want everything easier access, quicker. The advent of Amazon is maybe more of a U.S. phenomenon, but I believe it's more or less similar here. Dealer placement will become a little bit more focused this year, meaning we're going to add some dealers here and there. I don't have any specifics because I don't know where the open points are, but what I want to say is consumers want to have ease of access to going to a dealer. He might think or dream about a KTM, but if he has to drive 2 or 3 hours to even see it, let alone have it serviced, maybe he's going to consider another brand or not even get into the motorcycle industry. So we need to have some strategic thought process to our appointments of dealership location to make it easier for consumers. Awareness and buying behaviors and service patterns, etc. Of course, this is always a very touchy subject with the dealer network, because too many dealers creates discounting. It's a little bit chicken or the egg. But I read a book recently from the CEO of Starbucks. Okay? It's from one extreme to the other. Starbucks around the world is on every corner, and it's built a brand awareness. Obviously, we're not selling coffee, but it lends credence to what I was saying about having the right dealerships in the right location to make it easier for the consumer. I am not, not trying to say that we're going to be Starbucks, but there's a fine balance in between having the right amount of dealerships strategically placed. My honest answer is I don't know, because I haven't studied the data yet. I need to look at statistics. This will help me. I need to look at market share reports. But even in a shrinking market, I'll go back to my experience in the United States. When the market basically contracted by 55% in 2009, KTM had roughly 200 dealers. As we came out of the financial crisis, I set a goal to grow to 400 dealers. Now KTM has about 440 dealers, and now they're selling close to 40,000 units in the United States. Not to make a parallelism, but even in a shrinking market, you can grow your dealer network based upon consumer buying. As I mentioned before, I'm not talking about we're going to double the dealer network. We need to put dealers in strategic locations where there's population density, especially in Japan, so it's convenient for the consumer to shop, buy, and service his motorcycle. When I evaluate a dealer principal who wants to become a dealer, I evaluate the dealer on three basic fundamentalities. The location of the business, whether it's in the heart of Tokyo or in the middle of the countryside, is dependent upon your first question: is he exclusive or is he multi-line? In some cases, I wouldn't want him to be exclusive because he's never going to survive. Second, we evaluate him on his management skills, meaning does he have the right mindset to sell a European premium branded motorcycle that maybe costs more than a Japanese motorcycle? Does he understand how to sell off-road? Does he understand how to sell joint products that come from India? And third is capitalization. How well is he funded? So the answer to your question, that maybe I'm not answering it, but it's a complex answer. It depends on the market, each individual market area, and then it depends on who the best candidate is in the market that meets the aforementioned: the location, his financial capabilities, and his what I call mindset of the dealer. If he's wanting to be a discounter and sell it like he's selling a Chinese brand or a Japanese brand, then probably not interested. So you're right, it's difficult to grow the dealer network when the numbers are what the numbers are, but if we strategically put dealers in the right place where the consumers are, we will gain market share. So the average overall as a pie goes up. I'm not interested just to add dealers to cut the average to weaken the individual performance of the dealer, if that makes sense. If you're looking for a business opportunity where the product is good and the people have passion and you can be profitable, then come see us.